Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. I'm standing outside one of our fix and flips. Almost done, not quite. It's going to talk about why it takes so long to finish up a flip with all the little stuff. So I'm going to go over that. Of course, check out investformore.com for more information on my flips, rentals, being an agent, all that good stuff. And if you like this video, we appreciate the thumbs up and comments. So this house I bought for $208,000 just about 3 months ago. We're really close to being finished, but not quite. And just want to talk about why it takes so long from when you think it's going to be done to when the flip actually does get done. So this door is already blown shut on me a couple times, so if you hear a loud slam, it's not a ghost, just the door. But on this house, we repainted everything, had to add trim, lights, refinish the hardwood floors, redo the heating vents, do some electric work, redo the kitchen, the bath, add a bedroom in the basement. So it was quite a bit of work. And most of it was done like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But it always seems to be the little stuff that takes so long to actually finish the property so it's ready to sell. And we haven't officially blue taped this one yet, but when we do go through these properties and they're almost ready to finish, we'll walk through, blue tape everything we see that still needs touched up. So right there, it's paint touch up where the door hit the wall. We need to put some kind of door stopper there. You can see light through the door, that's not good. We probably need some weather stripping there. Up here, these painters are so cheap, but they don't clean the cobwebs off before they paint, so we always have to go through and blue tape that and get them back here to touch it up. One of Nikki's, my project manager's, biggest pet peeves is when they leave plant hooks in the ceiling. And luckily there's none here, but actually there might have been one in the basement, we'll check. But you have to mark that, get them to take it off, touch it up. Little things like that you have to keep coming back for. And it's really smart to have the house completely done before you list it. You can try and list it saying, oh yeah, we're gonna do all this work, fix these things. But people are very emotional when they buy properties. A lot of them can't wrap their minds around, oh, it's gonna look better when I see it later. They think, oh, it just doesn't feel right now. It doesn't feel like my house. And finishing up those final touches can emotionally make you think, oh, this is a great house. Like this right here, even though you say, hey, we're gonna fix this, we're actually ordering bigger vents to fit that, so we don't have to replace the hardwood, replace the drywall, it's much cheaper. But if someone sees that now, even though we have a note that says, hey, it's gonna be fixed with a bigger vent, their subconscious is still gonna be like, oh man, that looks like crap, this house wasn't done very well. So you wanna make sure it's completely done before you list it. And every time I try and list a house before it's all the way done, it doesn't get good feedback. Even if people know you're fixing it, it just doesn't work as well. And like I said, we've got to wait for those vents because they have to be special ordered. We didn't realize it till most of the work was done. In our bathroom, we use a lot of subs, which saves us a lot of money, but sometimes it takes more time because we have to wait for the plumber to come in after the contractor's done. It's definitely worth the savings, but we have to be very diligent about our scheduling and make sure things are timed right. And make sure our contractors know it too, because a lot of our contractors have this idea in their head that they can call the plumber, the day before, say, hey, come in here tomorrow and fix all this stuff. And our plumber is booked a couple weeks. He can't just drop everything and come to a house the next day. So you really got to make sure they're scheduling things and you're scheduling things ahead of time. You can see, that bathroom we completely redid. These bedrooms, we just painted these doors. Again, I talk about it a lot. Saving money wherever you can is just so important in flips. They don't look horrible, but it sure saves money. We're buying new doors, getting them to fit right, all of that stuff. Again, you can see vents there. Those vents aren't too bad, but they still need touched up. So, extra time comes from getting the work done. Then you have to have the hardwood guys. We have different hardwood guys come in to refinish the floor, so you've got to wait a week for them to do that. You can't walk on it right away. You've got to wait. We put granite in this house. And I'll have the before video linked in the description here so you can see the before video, but we replaced this entire kitchen. Once we got the cabinets in, then normally you've got to wait for the granite guys to come template it. Then you've got to wait for the granite to be installed. So that can take a couple weeks. That's one reason why we don't do granite that often unless we really have to, because not just the cost, it costs probably $1,000 or more than the prefab laminate, but because of the time it takes. And once we get the granite in, then we've got to come back and have our guy put the appliances back in. Our plumber come put the faucet back in and make sure the lines are run. All this little stuff takes so much time. So even though, our main contractor might say, hey, it's going to take 6 weeks to finish this house, that doesn't mean it's going to be done in 6 weeks. That means his main part's going to be done. Then we got to get all this other stuff done, and it'll take twice as long as that. So in this basement, I don't know, that light's not working for some reason, but painted that, new trim, carpet down here. So we have a separate carpet guy who's really cheap, like super cheap. We buy carpet in bulk from Home Depot, but we've got to wait for him to get scheduled, make sure that's all done beforehand, because he gets super busy because he's so affordable. People use him a lot, and some points he can be more than a month backed up for install dates. So all this has to be scheduled, well beforehand, and everyone has to know what everybody else is doing to make sure the project runs smoothly. This bedroom we added, so this was just an open to the family room before. That wall wasn't there, so we put in the wall, put in the closet, put in the egress window, which was $2,300. So we have a sub for that who does just egress windows. So he put the trim, window, dug it out, outside window well, all that stuff for $2,300. Really affordable, good price. And keep going here. The bathroom we redid. Weird place for a toilet, but it's a basement bathroom, and that's okay. There used to be a door right there going to the other bedroom. We just took that out, easier to close it off. And there's the shower we redid. Again, not something else. Actually they did fix that a little bit. We blue taped that before that tile wasn't done right. But again, some of this grout needs touched up a little bit better. And just little stuff like that. It takes a while, and you really want it to be done before you list a house like that right there. We'll just peel right off. We don't want that. And Nikki would be yelling at me for breaking my house right now if I was doing that. And here, yeah, that bedroom back here doesn't have egress windows. This bedroom was here. It was grandfathered in. We don't have to put the egress windows in this one to still call it a bedroom. But there was a door right there, and we just closed that off. So that's the basement. And the funny thing too, our laundry room we cleaned up a bunch as well. And doing this, this is just laminate vinyl, so much easier and cheaper than putting tile in. And since this is a laundry room, a basement bathroom, not a big deal to have this, where upstairs we put in tile, better flooring. I was gonna say too, we'll blue tape a house, spend 20 minutes going through it trying to find everything, and we'll come back next time and see so many more things. You can just keep blue taping yourself to death. So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but just stuff that is easy to fix, can spot. We should really try and make sure it's done before listing it. That cabinet face came broken, so we're waiting for that to be replaced for them to send us a new one. So it's all types of little things that always pop up that you have to be ready for. And you'll have to make sure your appliances are ordered in time to be here. So they're sitting there, they're waiting to go in. And another frustrating thing on this house was it has a sprinkler system, and it was on and the grass had really come back, and then it stopped working. And our contractor people didn't tell us, and now it's mostly dead. So we've got that working again, put some Revive on it, we'll see. Some of it should come back, but definitely not gonna look as good as it could have looked. one nice thing is the outside of this house is brick, which takes less maintenance, less work painting. All right, so that's the house. We did not mean for the walls to be exactly the same color as these cabinets, but it almost turned out that way. The cabinet's just a really light gray, and so are our walls. And we'll probably, the thing I was just talking to Nikki about was there's no backsplash right now. And we need to get that figured out, because I think no one thought about that, because we normally use the laminate counters that have the backsplash on it, and we've got to get someone here to put the backsplash on before we finish as well. So all types of little things, can take just as long as the main carpentry, framing, drywall, paint, just the little stuff. But it's important that you get it all done. It looks, like I said, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but pretty good. I'd say like 90% or 95%. Getting that last 5% or 1% to make it perfect can take even longer and be even more frustrating. And one of my biggest pet peeves is just how long it takes every project, it seems like, to get finished. So, all right, that's the house. That's all I'll talk about for now. We'll have more videos coming up. I may do another one when this one is completely finished with everything done. So you can kind of see the difference between, what are we at, 85% done and 90 or 95% done makes a big difference. Hey, thanks for watching. Again, check out the blog, for a lot more information. Have before and after videos on just about all my flips, so check those out. Other interesting stories as well, like the camper, which everyone seems to think is just an amazing story for some reason, but we'll have some more videos coming soon.